What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar. C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about DOT today. Polkadot. What a coin! What a story it's had. I don't like the way it looks right now, but maybe things can appear differently than they actually are. We'll get into it real quick. I just want to give a shout out to Sin Keers. I've been saying Sin Keys, man. I'm sorry, Sin Keers. This one's for you, my man. Because of your request, we're talking about it now, so let's do it, man. I actually used to own quite a bit of DOT back in the last bull rally, and let's see, I sold. Let's see, where did I sell it? I sold some. Where? No. Let's see, DOT, because I bought it on Kraken, and I bought it like early on, man. So maybe I sold it at $15. I thought I sold it at $5, but there's no way. I caught this first rally. I think I did sell it at $15, like on this dip here, and then it went up higher, and I felt like a fool, man. And then it came down lower again, and I'm like, haha, ultimately I was right. But then it went higher again, and I'm like, oh no, and then it was the end of the bull market, so whatever. Everybody was crying at that point, but I do want to use the Binance chart because there's more volume historically on Binance. It's got more significance to it. Even here, looking at this week here, there's 20.658 million tokens on that week. We can go on a chart like Poloniex, for example, where the volume is just that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was higher than that. Where the volume is, I mean, if we really want to scope it out, it looks like it's higher than it is, but here it's only 175K. It's USDT, I think, on Poloniex. That's what it is. Yeah, like look at how high that volume is. That's still only 12 million at the highest, where here again on Binance doesn't look like anything, but it's still almost double that volume. So anyways, that's why we're using the Binance chart. I always like to kind of specify as to why. It looks like what we have right now is some form of kind of like a descending triangle, right? You've got these descending highs. You definitely have a flat base right here. Not a good look. Not a good look. In crypto, it's very common to see these little like breakouts in between, little fake out moves. Maybe it's a little bit higher, maybe it's down like that. Who knows? But I don't think that we're done going lower for DOT, and I do think it does go lower. Let's see what is it at now, man. It was such a promising coin. So there's so many. Oh my God, it's still number 13 even with all that dropping. $5.38 billion. That's nice to see. That is nice to see. With that amount of money, plenty of room to drop. You could go to a $1 billion asset. That's still incredible, guys. That's still incredible. And that'd be a lot. That'd be a lot to drop from here, man. That'd be like an 80% drop. So I don't think that's what's in store. I mean, maybe it is, but let's look at this thing on a weekly. Looking at the RSI, yeah, not a good looking RSI at all. Looks like you're in a kind of downtrend here, overall downtrend with these lower highs. Somewhat of a slanted upward here, but it looks like you're breaking through that. I do think you want to get into your oversold zone. You rejected your 50 up here. Area that you rejected before, rejected twice over here. Lower highs with higher highs? No, not really, but whatever. Let's see if there's any fibs. Top to bottom. Rejected the 0.5. Not a good look. You don't normally reject the 0.5. That's not an area that you find significance on, but I like to say when you find significance on the 0.5, you get significant moves. And not always, just like anything in crypto or in charts, not always, but this weekly RSI, man, it does look troublesome, worrisome, and I do think you probably have a chance of going even lower than this low in the RSI, and that would be deep into the oversold zone. Not that deep, but deeper than what you've seen previously. Maybe you go below these lows, maybe you don't, who knows, but I do think you get into the oversold zone. That would be my honest interpretation of this. And with that in mind, looking at this range that you've been in basically since here, I would expect that out of all of these red weeks, you've yet to see your biggest ones. 14% to the downside here, 13% there, 10%, 10%. So a 14% move from here, just to put it in perspective, that would take you down to about $3.63. You're at $4.23, $4.24 right now. I think you would get bigger than that. Probably a move in a week that's greater than 20% or something like that. That would be my honest interpretation. Maybe even something crazier than that. Who knows? But I feel comfortable saying greater than 20%. And it won't be sustained. You know, it'll be enough to get you down in these oversold zones, enough to like break you out of this range, which we're probably going to do soon. But I don't think it's going to be sustained like how this was, right? Just big move after big move all the way down. And these are actually kind of smaller moves, but just one after another. Maybe you get one move like this, 20% here to end it all. Look at that, 20% in your oversold zone, and then you moved sideways and then moved up. Sure, you went down lower, but the biggest candle you had was right here as you're in your like depths of your oversold zone there. So looking at it from a fib perspective, from top to bottom, or bottom to top, I'm sorry, I say top to bottom all the time. When I mean bottom to top, a 20% move would take you around just a little bit below this 1272. And maybe overall you do see a move that's like 30% from here down to your 1618. That is possible. I definitely think that is possible. I wonder if we go to .USDT or USD, what is it on coin? Do we have it? Is it not capital.com maybe? No, I'm just going to keep it there. Let me see if I can find it one more time. .USD crypto. Nope, that's all we got. Okay, so cool. Anyways, I think that a move, what was that fib at? I forget, I'm sorry. A move down to $2.87 is totally possible. It is totally possible. A move down to $3.56 I think is likely, is at least likely. And this, just because I didn't say likely, doesn't mean that I don't think it's going to happen. I would say that there is a strong chance that this could happen. I don't know if I would say likely, though. The likely one to me would be $3.56, and we are at $4.23 right now. And that might be the initial pop down to the 1272, and then we bleed a little bit lower. That could be the thing we do. But it's hard to say. Hard to say. Let's see. If we look at this on a more macro perspective, from this low to this high up here, where are we? Yeah, look at that, man. $3.70 right there at the 1618. Could we go lower to the 1786 or the 1886? I think it's possible. Let's see if any of these fibs line up with that. 1272 just below that 1618, man. So maybe you do. Maybe you do find support in this area and you don't go lower than that. 1618 right with the 1786. The 1786 isn't as significant in my opinion, but crypto sometimes does find significance on these deeper extensions. So that is possible. The 1618 is a common extension for this range here, whereas the 1786 is a little bit deeper on this overall extension. But who knows? I wonder. I'm going to add more lines to the confusion here. 1618 right at this 1272. There's a lot of significant fibs kind of right in this $3.50 ish to like $3.70 area. Let's say 345 to 370, somewhere in there. And there is confluence with this 1618 as well, the 2272, especially on a smaller fib. I know it looks confusing, but this line right here at this 1618 right here in the overall 1786, the 2272 on this smaller fib level or scale, smaller fib range, there we go. Deeper extensions are seen more often in smaller fib ranges than bigger ones, more macro ones. So yeah, man, I would definitely hope to see this thing. You know, if you're in DOT and you want to see it do well or like hold up well, you would want to see it hold prices at about $3.56, maybe $3.70, somewhere in that area. If not, you're probably going to move down to about $2.87 to $2.80, somewhere in that area. So I do think it wants to go lower from here. I don't think that you're going to find a triple bottom like this. This is an ugly looking triple bottom if it ever was. I'd be very surprised if you were to break this lower high trend and go up to new highs from here. I would be surprised. It is possible, anything's possible, but the more likely thing in my opinion, it would be you've got volume declining as you're forming your base, you're holding your base. If you wanted to bounce off it, I think you would have already bounced off it here with good strength, less strength here, and you are just weak as hell right now. So I do think you want to break it, and when you do, it'll probably be quick. You bleed down a little bit, and that'll be again around that like $3.70, $3.50 range. That'd be my expectation. If it doesn't hold there, if you don't hold it, it's actually a little bit above 350, isn't it? 356. If you can't hold 356 on a weekly basis and you close below that, look out, man. You're going lower. You're probably going lower, and that would be, let's see. I mean, that would make sense to me, man. At this point, I suppose you could hold your 1414. I've seen some cryptos been holding their 1414 lately. Let's see if there's anything that could suggest that, actually. I wonder. Well, let's just see what you've done so far. You found support on it right there, sure. But not a whole lot of significance, no. So maybe not, man. Maybe not. Broke through your 1272 here. I don't know why you couldn't do it again. Not a whole lot. Let's see, maybe this high to this low here. That was at deeper extensions, man. Deeper extensions up here. It seems you're not afraid of them. Nothing really to go off of. Not a lot of data. Maybe we can do another one here. And you probably do get deeper extensions. It's a smaller move. 2272, 2414 right there. You know, again, kind of to compare it, I guess would be here. Your 2272 to 2414 would be, you know, about, that would be below $3. Yeah, man. I think I'm starting to think, I would say it again positively, that likely you will go to about the 356, 350 area, somewhere in there. But more likely now than in the beginning of the video. I would say this 1618 area is a possibility, is a strong possibility. So be aware of that, you guys, because we are getting toward the oversold zone in the RSI. You will likely see, generally what that means is you'll see bigger moves than you've seen so far on the downside. Biggest move we've seen is 14%, so a 14% drop from here would take us down to about 364, 365, somewhere around there. A 20% move, which I would expect on a weekly basis to happen, you know, if not bigger, would take you below that 350 area. And if you get below that, man, you're likely going to go overall down to around that like 280 area. So 30 to 45% drop is probably inbound for DOT. That would be my expectation. Before you break these like highs, these lower highs up here. Let's just see right here. Where is that? How big of a drop? 1618, yeah, 31, maybe a deeper extension like you've seen. So maybe a 30% to 45% drop is what I'd be on the watch for right now. That's my opinion. So probably goes lower. Daily looks kind of good but weak. I mean, you could interpret this as bullish divergence, and maybe it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you would have moved up already if it was, personally. I think you're lingering down here, and that's not a good sign. But who knows? I could be wrong. Been wrong before. You are... it's hard to say, man. 4 hour doesn't look half bad, but still neutral and still kind of weak as well. You might have a move up from here. You really might. You know, as bearish as this video has been, maybe you move up even above this high. Maybe you move up to this purple line at about $5 and then move down. But sooner or later, I think this floor is going to give, and you know where it's going. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.